SpongeBob quote? Oh.
Look, we're supposed to have a soundboard with SpongeBob things on it, so I don't know what's going on with that. So, you know.
It'll happen eventually.
I know.
My leg.
My leg.
My leg.
I think we went live when everybody starts saying my leg.
My leg.
My leg. I'm not sure. Yeah.
This is wow. Is that how we're really starting out this podcast?
Welcome to the first podcast of April.
Oh my god, it is too. Holy shit.
It's not an April Fool's podcast.
No. No, we would probably do that on like April Fools. Like, yeah, hey April Fools, we're doing a podcast. Which kind of, yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I didn't see anything about a savage April Fool's from anybody this year on Facebook.
You know what? No, I haven't either.
For Final Fantasy, someone imitated the main Twitter account for it and started posting dumb shit, which is like, it'd be pretty obvious.
The devs for a very controversial game called Dragons, if you've seen it on Steam, there's a million videos that talk about the devs and their fucking issues. Put giant cats in the game, apparently. Cool. World of Warcraft fuck with their cinematic for the Shadowlands, I guess, which I think people were like, oh, fuck you guys. You know, we can't take a joke anymore because it's Activision Blizzard. And I was like, all right. You know, a company puts a dead character that died a long time ago in the lore on purpose into the new trailer just to fuck with you guys, and apparently that's a problem. Okay.
Wow. Tabs also, Total Accurate Battle Simulator put a thing. It's a free update, or you can pay $250, which goes to Doctors Without Borders. And it's like you can fuck with a whole bunch of the settings. Like, instead of spawning a mammoth, now you can spawn a pillar of mammoths. Instead of having just regular stuff, now you can have giant everything.
Yeah.
Stuff amazing. Like that. It's a lot of really, really cool little things.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, from
plus
pretty
again,
much the whole
every purchase of it. If you pay the $250, it goes to Doctors Without Borders, which was not April Fool's joke. It was an actual thing.
Yeah. No, I've noticed that this year seems pretty plain with April Fool's stuff, but that's probably because oh shit, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You know what I didn't see on trending? Anything from any comedian ever. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I didn't see any Jimmy Kimmel or any Bill Burr or any of that shit on April Fool's Day doing some type of joke.
No, now you think of it, that I
haven't seen it. They probably did it. I just haven't seen it.
No. No, I think the only thing I think I've seen was just Eric Andre post about his birthday, but that's also because it was, his birthday. It wasn't an April Fool's thing.
I saw a few like YouTube things, and a lot of them, like the one that I mainly watched or that actually got me was a
pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Sorry,
Jared. Fuck.
There's a guy pretty much saying, hey, yeah, by the way, the Wastelanders update for 76 is now coming out in the end of the year. And he like instantly retracted it, sort of thing, saying it was an April Fool's joke. But like I looked at the comments and like literally everyone was like, you fucking got me with that shit. I was like, we wouldn't be surprised. Nobody would be surprised.
No. Shadowlands for World of Warcraft is 2021 now. It's
everything's getting delayed.
Well, the thing is that they dated it 2020, but that was Activision. Activision said that they needed an update this year, and World of Warcraft is like, no, that's not gonna happen. We can't. Yeah. We can't change all of this in like 6 months. That it's not gonna happen. And even when they were like, it's 2020, everybody's like, is it though? Is it?
Yeah.
And then like their alpha was delayed by 3 weeks, and I'm like, see, they're not ready. They aren't ready to push out a game this year, so they're waiting. They're pushing it back for a little longer.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like Last of Us 2, like that's due out the end of was due out at the end of May. Mm-hmm. They said with this how this COVID-19 is going on, they've basically said we haven't been really able to do our final bug tests and all that.
Yeah,
it is suspended indefinitely.
That's affecting World of Warcraft though. It's Activision that's constantly like you need to.
Oh yeah,
you need to have a day out this week. We got to make money. And World of Warcraft's like, we make tons of money. Like, there's nothing wrong with having an expansion last a year. They had Pandera last a fucking year and a half.
Yeah.
And that netted a lot of money. And
Yeah.
I don't think Activision knows that that's what it's gonna take, because you can't just be like, oh, it's coding. We're just gonna type 2 things into a keyboard and it magically works. No, there's like for every fucking pixel of grass, there's 10 hours of work.
Yeah,
it doesn't help that I think they don't realize WoW's different than the Final Fantasy 14s, and I think the Guild Wars where they patch every so often with new content.
You can't patch a game the size of WoW though.
Well,
I mean,
know.
you can, but you can't patch it that often.
No, that's true. Yeah.
There's too many servers
this is why
on too many other continents that are just like that. Like, no, you can't do it.
This is why the 14 ones we get a update every like 4 to 6 months, depending on what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing with the DDO. They're like, dude, we would love to do more server refreshes, but they take fucking forever. Like,
yeah,
you guys would lose so much game time if we did it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's pretty much freaking, I guess, with big game companies. Like, it's kind of crazy that a lot of bigger game companies are kind of releasing a patch for I don't know, some of the bigger ones are like releasing a game patch like once every 2 weeks, but half the time it's not very big, but other times it's like, oh, it's 11 gigabytes or some shit like that.
I mean,
have to consider like they're just like us. They're not doing much right now either. Right?
No, yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's
well, they're doing a lot. They're just doing everything at home.
That's what I mean. They're not really like, they're not going out. They're not like, they're not pressured to go into work and have business meetings and fucking work around that. Go to the bank, figure out how they're gonna do that. They're just like, well, guess I'll just code this thing at home while sitting in my pajamas, type of deal. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I know at least like my mom and stuff, she still has meetings and all that stuff. But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one has to leave.
Yeah.
Everyone's at home doing their business.
100%.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of crazy too, because my freaking my boss is doing a bunch of his work at my work right now. He's not actually like, I mean, he's kind of like off and on at like home, or he's at my work, but other than that, it's just, that's all he's doing. He's not going out anywhere. Like, he's not doing anything much, really.
I mean, just don't go public places. Like, I go for walks still.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, and when you do need to go to public places, make sure it's for, like, necessities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, lately with food and everything, all I've been doing is going grocery shopping, like, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. But other than that, I'm ordering, like, food.
Yeah.
I had to go and get shoes yesterday, because, like, my old shoes had a giant hole in them, and we got all this snow. And I was like, I can live with it. I can have rough feet, for a week or so and fucking, wait. But then it snowed and I was like, yeah, alright, no, fuck this. So I went down and got shoes. And I know why stores are putting limited amounts of people inside of it. So I go into Walmart. There's no lineup. But they got these, like, kindergarten-looking arrows on the floor made out of tape. And you have to follow them. And it's like, it's like what stepping stones am I following to get to the shoe aisle? And they're like, oh, it's this one over here, and it takes you through the clothing aisle, like through the clothing aisle, not beside it, not adjacent to it, through each fucking row of pants, right? Then you have to go up and around, and you're at the shoe aisle. But they don't do the rows for the shoe aisle. You can just get off the line at that point for whatever reason.
By the way, you don't have to follow them. Those are just
not
like
what the employees said. They were fucking forcing.
Oh, really? Because I never.
You fucking walk in there and somebody will yell at you for walking off the line. It's like, are you fucking serious right now?
I never had that.
I'll start coughing right now. But then I go to Superstore because I have to get my Dr. Scholl's. And oh my fucking... I was in line outside for 40 minutes. They weren't busy. They have this thing where they only allow 25 people in at a time. But by allowing 25...
bad experiences in that store.
But no. It's not the fact that they're allowing 25 people that's the problem. They send in 25 people after 25 people leave. It's not one-on-one, right? I don't stand at one end, see one guy leave, and he sends one guy in. He waits for 25 people to leave. Just send 25 people in.
What?
It makes no fucking sense. So we got an entire horde of people waiting outside because somebody's got to go shopping for their family. Right? I'm like, if one person leaves, When you send one
A
person
lot
in,
of person in.
The worst part is that's 25 people. You go to Safeway, it's 115 for a small,
115.
small, like 2 times smaller, or about half the size.
and they have every
Thing.
fucking till open. Like there's an employee on every till. I'm like, you're serving 25 people. They're not handling it very well, Superstore. Like, I get the precautions and I fully support it, but you could execute those precautions a little better.
No, totally.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Where's my chat?
Yeah.
My super chat.
Yeah, well, freaking, like, what was it? Like, when one person leaves, send in another person so that way they can pretty much go in and everything just works better. You can keep the people working.
Exactly. And then, but instead they send 25 people in and wait for 25 people to leave. It's no.
That's, oh my god.
It made no
like,
sense to me.
No, see, with Save On, for example, like with Save On, they don't do that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, hey, stay 6 feet away from people, pretty much. Like,
it's pretty easy to understand.
Like, yeah, no, it's not hard to understand at all. And if people can, follow that instead of doing these freaking super extra, I mean, I can understand that they're trying to, be a lot safer and try to avoid people getting sick at all costs, but they gotta at least, like, do it better.
Again, having an X amount of people out in the building isn't a problem. Just execute it properly, right? And you know what the worst part was? I waited in line for 40 minutes and did my shopping in 5. It took me 5 minutes. Which means that my 5 minutes of shopping now doesn't mean shit to the next 25 people who are gonna fucking, go in. Because they're still at the wait for the other 24 people. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For example, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, especially when somebody needs to actually go and get food.
Yeah.
Or has a time limit.
You know what? I'm on my lunch. I'm gonna go down to the pharmacy and get my medication type of deal too. But now you can't because you gotta wait 40 minutes outside.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's fine. It's just so many people have.
Which is why I think it's fine if you want to, do the limited amount. But do one leaves, one goes in, right? Start of the day, start a count. Fucking pay attention to how many people are going in. Mark it off at X amount or whatever you want, and then go. Okay, well, you're good. All right, now you're good. You're good, type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, or like at least do what Safeway does, or not Safeway, but Save On. At least do what they do, and just say like, "Hey, we're in this pandemic. Respectfully, like, freaking distance yourself at least 6 feet away from people.
Try to keep your distance. Yeah.
Yeah, keep your distance. Exactly.
And I get that, and I didn't get mad at anybody in any of the stores for doing it either, because I'm not trying to shit on the employees, because they're just there to follow like company standards, right? So I didn't get mad at the security guard when he told us this, but I was still like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Well, no, exactly. You shouldn't get mad at the security guards.
I've seen bouncers at strip clubs work better than this, guys. Come on. They don't even have to have bouncers, by the way. They don't have to tell people that, you're not welcome in. You kind of have to, so I don't know. I don't know. Yep.
That's all fucked though. Well, this is why I don't go shopping every now and then. Like, I'm only doing it like once a week or once every 2 weeks as needed.
This is my first time shopping in 2 months.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, wow.
He also technically doesn't have to.
No, exactly.
I give X amount of money and add items to the list, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
So,
no, yeah. See,
but I
for
needed
myself,
shoes, and while I was there, I bought some new Dr. Scholl's for my new shoes, obviously. I bought a case of soda so I don't have to keep going outside. And then I found this candy, and I was like, all right. And that's all I bought. Oh, and some protein shakes, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Yeah, that's true. No, I think, what did I do yesterday? Honestly, when it came to shopping, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all I did was just, make a little bit of dinner or something like that, or just reheat some leftovers. I've been doing that a lot. I've been, making a bunch of food and just having leftovers just so that way I'm not...
having leftovers is an actual valid way of saving money.
It actually works.
Yeah, it cuts your groceries in half.
Oh, easily cuts my groceries in half, pretty much. And not to mention, sure, I'm going to be ordering a little bit of food tonight because I don't feel like cooking tonight. I just honestly just would rather not care right now.
Now that's your own fault for wasting money. But please continue.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, freaking. What I've been doing is just like cooking a bunch of just like say a bunch of spaghetti or something like that, and just making a bunch of the sauce, making noodles when needed, and just going from there essentially, and just kind of having leftovers that last like at least a week. So something like that. It works. It definitely works.
It's a great idea.
So, especially if people are going to be fucking hoarding whatever, like...
Oh, dude, Superstore actually had canned food today.
Really?
Yeah, they had
wow.
canned food yesterday. It was awesome.
Yeah, Save-On. The last time I went to Save-On, their meat section fully stocked, which was perfect. Yeah. So I was really, really happy about that.
You didn't buy the black and white cans of red meat? Because that's a product. You can just buy straight up a product called red meat, and it's just red meat in a can.
Okay. Wow. But, like, what kind of red meat, though? Like, just, like, beef or something?
It's
like...
the red meat kind.
They don't specify, really?
No, they don't.
Oh my god.
So it's not actual meat, then, yeah.
Mystery meat.
It's like Spam. It's not really meat.
At that point, I might as well
just
pulled off the street.
God, Spam is so gross.
Like, here's the thing. With Spam, at least you know Spam is what it is. Like, it's basically just freaking ham, pretty much. We all know what it is.
It's whatever they couldn't sell.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's ground up.
Listen. We all know what goes into hot dogs, and we still eat hot dogs. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear people complain about Spam or red meat in a can. Okay. It's just meat.
I'll bitch all I want.
It's just meat. Right? You wanna eat the giblets of a turkey? You eat those giblets. I'm not going to, but if you want to, yeah, go for it. You want to eat a Rocky Mountain oyster? Go for it. Eat that. Don't. I'm not going to. Yeah. You go ahead and eat that. I'm not going to.
Jeez. Well, freaking. Anyway, probably enough about this whole COVID-19
you bought
thing.
Resident Evil.
Yes, I did.
Please explain it to us.
Well, it starts off before the story of Resident Evil 2. So, and you're playing as Jill Valentine, one of the survivors from the first game. And it's a remake. So everything's built up from new and all that. But I didn't expect it to be them to somehow make the game shorter in the process of changing it up. Because I know the original game used to be 4 or 5 hours long.
Yeah.
This one, if you speed run it even normally, you like no glitches and all that, you're able to apparently beat it in 2.5 hours.
Wild.
And still like an $80 game.
Damn.
Granted, it's bundled with a multiplayer mode called Resistance, and in that you play as either a group of 4 survivors or one mastermind who's placing zombies and all that around the map that you can eventually control if you like, up to the point to where you get a special zombie that's usually a monster from one of the games that you can control and just wreck shit for about, I think it's like 2 minutes before it just dies. But I will say the only letdown was that compared to the original one, Nemesis wasn't really a big threat as much as he was. He chases you around an area once, and then you kind of even then it's just a glorified get to point A, B from that point.
Is he still? Because I know they were talking. I'm assuming that, like, because I know everyone was talking about, oh hey, Nemesis is an actual threat. Is he still a threat, or is he just less so of one?
Well, when I was playing, because I did my normal, just a blind playthrough on normal, I was just holding on to grenades the moment where he was actually chasing me around. I just tossed a grenade. He would kneel down, run away, Sure, he would just jump out of nowhere and just land right in front of me. But just another grenade, pick up the item he dropped, open it, see what it was. Oh, it's a gun part. Equipped it to the gun. Continue moving. The only parts where he was really a threat, even then it was more just running away from him, is when you meet up, when you find him the second time. He's got a flamethrower and he's just burning his way through a building trying to get you. See, the only real threat in these are the zombies are hell of a lot aggressive and to the point, and then for some dumb reason, you got a quick time to escape from them. But even then, that doesn't really matter because they'll just grab you and still to do damage to you. Unlike the second Resident Evil 2 remake, where if you did it quick enough, you would knock them away in time.
Oh yeah.
It's like they really want you to know how to use the dodge button to the point where you're Dark Soulsing it, where you're perfect dodging and then turning around and shooting the zombie with a critical hit because I think you're awarded that.
Oh yeah.
I'd say the only part where I really actually felt threatened by him is when you fight him 2 times because he transforms it more into like the beast-like thing, and he's like running around and he's slamming his arms on the ground right by you, and it was a good game, good story. It's just I wouldn't recommend it at the time, at the
full
moment,
price,
at the full $80 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I haven't been buying a lot of, super big titles unless I really want them, kind of thing. So,
but I saw a review for this, so I knew it was okay. It's gonna be short. It was a shorter game, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you knew what you were getting into, then yeah, that's understandable. So.
The only thing I thought was Nemesis was supposed to be a bit more of a threat, but I think with how they made Mr. X in the second remake more like how Nemesis originally was, they kind of had to go, oh shit, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Just make him hyper aggressive and like the worst thing ever.
Oh fuck. Oh man. Speaking of worst thing ever, we could probably go off into our next topic. The Risk of Rain 2 update. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's not.
I was gonna say, what fucking segue was that?
Okay. Sorry.
Speaking of this horrendous thing, let's talk about the good thing. It's like,
yeah, let's talk about the great.
What are they wearing in Lollapalooza, Kazakhstan?
Yeah, there you go. God.
Anyway,
okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry, what I meant was, with the whole worst thing, well, not really worst thing, it's actually super, super amazing, the new Risk of Rain 2 update. We've been waiting for this for a while, and it kind of changed the game.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's really fucking good, and I personally enjoy it, except having all these artifacts completely turned on at once. Holy fucking shit!
Soon all artifacts on.
Yep, it was. I did it. I completed the first stage. Got through the teleporter, got onto the second stage with Engineer out of all people.
Yeah, that's how I did it too.
Yeah.
Like, an actual Mayo.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
because he's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's
place down your turrets, you kill 3 things, then the turrets die.
Yeah.
You have your harpoons, you just fucking harpoon them.
Yep.
And then just like spam his grenades.
Yep.
Well, I didn't
Basically
even
just described why I play him at this point.
Because he's bullshit.
Yeah, he is bullshit. I did what was it? I did try Huntress with the artifacted glass turned on. Fuck that entirely. Because you start off originally with around 90 health, but 10% of that 90 is 9, so you're not even in double digits of health. Plus, if you're stacking shaped glass, you're actually able to get it to where you only have 1 health.
Yes.
So, and
you're also artifacts of glass. You have no one-hot shot protection anyway at any point.
Yeah, at any point, regardless of the thing is, on Monsoon, I'm probably gonna get hit for so much damage anyway, where the debuffs aren't even gonna be they're not gonna matter at that point. Like, you get hit by one thing and you're screwed. Like, bam, there goes your rod. But the problem is like, the problem is like, I just have to figure out like how to be able to kill off every single enemy before like they even like, I wouldn't say spawn him, but like I would say before they could do anything to me. So I was thinking, holy crap, I could probably stack like a fuck ton of ceremonial daggers. And Little Disciple does come in handy from what.
Yep.
So, and
Little Disciple's just great. It is just like,
Little Disciple's so good.
As much as I love the Null, as much as I love the Ant Dog, as much as I love being able to wipe everything off screen all at once, just running around, especially as someone who mains melee characters, like, it's amazing. It's busted. It's broken. It's phenomenal.
Well, it helps. It helps with people who are like, who play characters that don't start off with the craziest amount of mobility. So, like, for example, like Rex doesn't have really much for mobility purposes, but Little Disciple will help him with that. Huntress, I mean, if you take Little Disciple on Huntress, she'd be even more busted with her mobility. So, and as long as you're moving around, like if you're moving around, then Little Disciple is worth it still.
By the way, just to put it out here, since perhaps some people might not know, Little Disciple does not increase your does not increase your movement speed. It shoots out little skulls that home in on enemies. So your agility does not impacted in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's not.
It's
but
just
the
way you were
skulls,
saying it, Josh. It sounded like it made you.
Yeah, it sounded like an increase in movement speed. No, but
so I'll be right back. I need to go talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Also, assuming that the audience knows what restraint 2 is.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Link in the description is my stream where I pretty much stream Risk of Rain 2. So feel free to come and check it out. Shameless plug. Yeah. Freaking.
All of our stuff is down there.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, all of our stuff link in the description. Check us out because we're lonely.
Josh is lonely.
No.
Oh my god.
The voice crack. Yeah, Josh, you're super lonely. Even your girlfriend just left you. You didn't know that, but now she has.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Mike. Jeez, shut up.
How the fuck would I know? I don't talk. I don't know her. I don't text her. I don't have any way to contact her.
That's true.
Josh said he plugged his Twitch, and he ended it with, because we're lonely like that. And I just went, but what you don't know, Josh, is your girlfriend just left you. She just texted you. You weren't paying attention. You haven't checked it, but now you're single. And then he's like, don't do that. I was just like, I just had to go. How am I going to contact her? I don't text her. I don't have her phone number. I can't text her. I've never even met her. How the fuck would I even talk to her about this joke?
No, that's true. No, she'll probably tune in on the podcast afterwards.
So, in topic of horrible transitions, did you guys know that Disney's Onward is on Disney Plus today?
Yes.
I did not.
They just they released it a week after it leaves theaters. They're like, it's online. Fuck it. Fuck the movie theaters. Everybody buy Disney Plus. Fuck you. Fuck your movie theaters. Just buy our products.
Gee. Well, they gotta make Disney's gotta make money somehow, and this is one of the best ways that they can do it.
It's the only way they're making money right now.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Can't go to Disneyland.
Nope. Because they're losing money on Disneyland, they cut all of their employees' paychecks in half, and they're removing all of their little fucking seasonal pass bonuses as well. They're trying to save as much money as possible. And you know what it is? They used the majority of their cash reserves to buy Fox.
They
did. They
Good, first of all.
They had to. I mean, you can only buy an X amount using a certain type, right? So you have to have cash bonds,
I mean,
like that. But what they did was they put the majority on it on their cash reserves, and now they have no money. And then this happens,
I just mean,
and
it's
they're
good that they
forced,
bought it.
and they're forced to shut everything down. And they're like, well, now all of the things that was funneling money into our cash reserves, which is still depleting, is no longer doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, I paid for the year on Disney Plus, so I don't know. I don't know
what my dad did.
I was like, I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna watch all The Simpsons. I'm gonna watch all these TV shows, and I've been watching them religiously. And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the year.
Yeah.
I'm not paying per month, but I have the money, and I'm just gonna put the yearly rate down.
Per year is also normally cheaper, so if you're planning on using it for the whole year, then buy it.
I have been.
It's like I know with Fallout 76, when if Wastelanders is at all good, which I am optimistic but still really skeptical, if it's good enough where I actually want to play it, I will buy a year of Fallout first.
I've been watching The Proud Family lately.
The Proud Family, man, yeah.
I just finished rewatching for the third time Gravity Falls. Still the best cartoon I've seen in my life.
Agreed.
Fight me on that. I've seen a lot of cartoons. I swear to God, I think Gravity Falls is better than The Last Airbender. I'll say it. You can fight me. If you don't believe me, you can fight me. But I have so many. No. But see, like The Last Airbender is great. But in two seasons, I have never cared more about fictional characters in any show ever. But somehow Gravity Falls did it. In 2 seasons, I relate to all 12 characters at
that
once.
You are wrong, Brody.
Go for it.
Brody,
the world
you're
can.
so wrong.
The world can. I'm not saying The Last Airbender is a bad show. It's far from it.
It's not The Last Airbender. It's not Gravity Falls. It's fucking Steven's Universe for some reason.
No, it's not.
Which is terrible.
No. It's only good because people want it to be good, but it's not good. Right? A good TV show doesn't need a fan base to savagely attack everybody that disagrees with it. Think about it.
Yeah.
It's also only good because it was the only one that really was able to get away from their... It's the only one that was on. It's also the only one that was able to get away from the censors to actually be able to show all the LGBT stuff they had in it. So everyone has to freak out about it.
But they didn't. Yeah. But they weren't the first cartoon to do it, and they're not the last. And I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I know Gravity Falls had a bunch of characters, but they got Disney-sized out of it.
They didn't get Disney-sized, so it's kind of because like they did a lot of adult stuff in Gravity Falls. Like the big example is there's an episode straight up where the main antagonist Bill Cipher rips the teeth out of a deer on camera. You fucking watch this deer lose his teeth on camera.
But I mean, like the people who say like you watch it on this channel, you go to the Disney side and it's like they moved them apart.
No, I know what you're saying. Okay, they did do that. But I never watched that version on purpose because I find that the Disney side is just it's trash. But yeah, but they do that to every TV show. They did it to fucking Sonic X. They did it to a lot of things. So
fucking 4 kids, man.
4 kids. It's the same reason.
Yeah.
Freaking One Piece.
I get why
the most 4 kids censored thing out there.
But then they have
ever.
they have episodes of like the Fuller House cartoon where like one of the female main characters puts like a love note in another female's like locker, and that was it. And I was like, see that is a casual relationship. That's welcome in any show. And they didn't change it. They kept it the same in both renditions. I'm like, see, because it's casual, right? They didn't shove it in your face. Yeah. There's no message that they're forcing kids to digest. They gave you a visual, and you can interpret it yourself. And that's how TV shows should handle it.
My mind immediately went to, since talking about just the Sailor Moon 4 kids stuff, like the American censorship.
Yeah.
Oh, they're such great cousins when they were like lesbians. Like that doesn't make it better.
When I saw that, I was like, but no.
I got to the episode in The Simpsons where they admitted out loud that Cletus and his wife were siblings, and I was just like, oh Jesus Christ! It was the same episode where Maude died, And fuck, that episode has no taste. Even to this day. Everybody's like, it's one of the saddest episodes live. I'm like, they buried Maude in a casket designed like a NASCAR car. It had fucking brand deals on it. That's not tasteful. I don't feel sorry for Maude. It's stupid.
I think it's because the original voice actor was leaving just because of like a pay dispute.
Right, but this is what I mean. Like, it's just like handle it a little better. There should be more taste to the way they handle it, because it opens up with Cletus and his fucking wife making out in the back of a truck, and his wife is like, "Oh, you put me next to my parents? Don't worry, darling, they're my parents too." And you're like, "Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ."
We all know that was already the case.
I know, but they never said it out loud. That was the problem.
Yes.
No.
It's like, handle it with more care. You got like a shot of her staring at Homer Simpson's fucking gut, and then she dies. Like, come on. Where's the taste? Where's the taste?
Why are you licking it?
It's visual taste.
I know. Just making a bad joke.
What's the visual disgust?
So wait, what are you licking? Maude's dead body or Homer's gut? Like,
I'm trying to get into this TikTok coronavirus challenge, Josh. Didn't you know that?
But the what now?
The coronavirus challenge.
Server mute.
You walk around and lick toilet seats.
I'm not.
It's a real challenge.
No.
What did I just
Not
hear?
even.
It's real.
Fucking.
It's real.
Josh, you didn't know about the Corona challenge?
Yeah.
No, I didn't
mute
know about this
everyone.
corona. Okay,
Listen. We
And
can
I'll
talk
also
about
remove your
people
admin if I have
eating.
to, Mike.
We can talk about eating Tide Pods or snorting condoms all the time, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's just
I saw
natural
it.
selection at this point.
But yeah,
What even is it though? I never actually heard of this.
I just told you, you lick toilet seats in public.
Oh no, I muted you when you said it, so.
Oh,
That's
So my
okay.
server muted.
Oh, that's gross.
yeah, no, you lick toilet seats in public.
Those TikTok girls have to get their fame somehow.
God, Jesus.
Well, hopefully they die from it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's natural selection.
Just sell your fucking bathwater. Like,
No, see, now that's even worse. Don't
No,
sell
see,
anything like that.
I mean, yes, 100%. I agree 100% on that. Do not do that. But I will still never be angry at the girl. I'll be angry at all the fucking morons who bought it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Come on, Justin. Those e-girls need to have their simps.
Listen, they can have all the simps they want. I just don't
get
give a
a
fuck
sugar
about
daddy,
them.
like, fuck's sakes.
Some of these people aren't good enough for sugar daddies, though.
No, like, none of them are. That's why they don't have them.
Nah, there are some of them for sure.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's Rule number 37 of the Brobel. Never be a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
The Brobel.
The Brobel.
Brobel.
Exactly.
Never heard of the Brobel?
Or the Brobel,
Okay.
if you have an accent.
I thought it was like the bro code, not the bro bowl.
No, it's so the bro code is the amendments of the Brobel. You didn't know this?
Oh,
No, I can't say I was aware.
it's so dumb. I
Alright.
love it.
It's actually amazing though. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
rule
I'm
number
gonna need a drink
37
after
of
this
the Brobel.
podcast.
Never be a sugar daddy. It's rule number 37. All right.
The bro code. The bro code.
Rule
by
number
Barney
1,
Benson.
as we all know, is bros before hoes. That's like
Yes.
the first.
I mean,
that's the
obviously.
first code.
Yeah. yeah.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
That's always been the
true.
first one.
It's always
No, it always has to be the first one.
The second one is never date rape people. All right, it has.
I think that should just.
Wow, that just took a fucking turn.
Exactly. You have to
Wow.
this is an actual book. It's a Brobel, and we take it seriously for that exact reason. Real bros and men don't do shit like that.
No, obviously
I mean,
not.
Which is
Yeah,
why
it should-
it's in the Brobel.
If they
It should-
did,
it
I'd be
shouldn't need-
really concerned for their well-being.
Yep.
It shouldn't need to be written nonetheless, but
Oh, it has to
no.
be written. Some people are
there's
just
so
really
many.
stupid.
Well, no, there's a lot of things that shouldn't
Some people are
have
just
to be
fucking
written.
retarded.
Yeah.
Do not put your dick in a fucking weight set. That is one of the things that is on them.
Oh.
I'm not even joking because there was an instance where a guy at a gym put his dick in the fucking weight set, and it got stuck to the point where they had to get the jaws of fucking life to break in order to make a hole big enough for his dick to get out. That was an actual thing. Much? Yes. So
that is bad.
There was I believe on the gym itself, and then a bunch of weight sets afterwards put "Do not insert penis into weight set."
Exactly. If the reason why things are written down is because somebody did them. So somebody wrote the Brobel knowing that this was an issue.
So it's the same with hair dryer, curling iron. No, hair dryers. It was hair dryer. It says do not leave on overnight.
Do not put dogs in microwaves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do not. But I know the one at least for the hair dryer was because someone, some poor person or whatever it was, turned it on overnight because they were cold, and it burned down their house and they're in the apartments or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that's why that's
usually what happens when you leave that stuff on for too long.
That's always what's gonna happen.
There's something to do with do not. There's an
element in it.
I think it was the curling iron thing of do not put up anus, or whatever.
Anus.
Oh yeah. No, he's right though. That is the thing.
Because they can't use do not put it in your butt. Or whatever.
I gotta look up some of these actually. Yeah. This is getting me real.
Some of them are so dumb.
How have people survived this long?
The caution it's hot sticker is the funniest fucking sticker I've ever seen in my life.
Is it if it's the one I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Yeah.
The McDonald's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The McDonald's one, they put it on fucking coffee machines, everywhere has it, and I love it. Yeah. It's I ordered a hot beverage. It should be hot. Oh.
Yeah, because a lady spilled. Yeah, you're right. A lady in the States. She bought a coffee, and it didn't have the sticker on it, and she spilled it on herself.
I think
by
there's
accident.
More to that story though.
Yeah, well, this was sort of
an elderly lady though.
Whatever.
I think there's still more to the story. I think there's something that everybody forgets about the story. I don't know what it is, but I remember somebody telling me that there was more to that exact scenario. It wasn't just that. It was the way the staff treated her before and afterwards, and then it was on top of that how she spilt it. And then, of course, the long-term burn damage and the fact that nobody told her. It was one big compiled lawsuit where they were it's 8 things at once, but the biggest thing was she spilled coffee on herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway. No, freaking, I'm literally just looking up, funny warning signs. Or, warning labels, I should say. But there's one for a wheelbarrow. Not intended for highway use.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Warning label on a baby stroller: remove child before folding. I would hope. I would fucking hope so. One on a thermometer. Once used rectally, the thermometer should not be used orally.
Yeah.
Or just get either one or the other.
Huh?
Yeah, what the fuck?
So I looked up
random warning label. I guess I would have never known.
Just out of curiosity, I looked up the thing, and it was a 79-year-old lady in a McDonald's parking lot. Some people got breakfast. She had the cup between her legs, and it spilled on her lap, which caused third-degree burns and required skin grafts.
Mm-hmm.
She filed the claim of McDonald's for $20,000 to settle her medical bills, and then McDonald's offered $800. So she was like, "Fuck you, I'm going to court." And where was it? Shit, I lost it.
That's still crazy.
And apparently it says more than 700 people, including children, have been burned by McDonald's coffee. So that's kind of one of the reasons why she won.
Yeah.
She got $200,000 in damages.
Well, after that, I would hope.
And then the court awarded her that much. The jury also gave her $2.7 million, which is equal to 2 days of profit of McDonald's in coffee sales.
Yep.
So in the end, she got $2.9 million.
Yeah.
Fuck. Only wanted $20,000, but instead is now set for life. That's great.
Well, you're set for the majority. Wow, at 79, that's her life. Yeah, no, she's set.
Yeah.
At 79, you're set for life.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I'm just looking on here. Warning label on on Apple's website. Do not eat iPod Shuffle.
Oh God. What?
Oh.
What?
On a Chipotle.
Don't forget how small they are now.
Yeah, they're quite small. Like
they went from being basically a nano, just a screen, to a basically square thing with a touch screen.
Yep.
I think now they're just like pill shaped. I think now.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know anymore. So. Yeah. Warning label on a carpenter's electric drill. Oh, geez. Yeah, so this is like a full-on, like, fucking construction drill. This product not intended for use as a dental drill.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm sorry. If somebody's using a fucking actual, like, construction drill as a dental drill, they need help.
Cue the Ron Swanson scene where he, in the middle of a staff meeting, whips out a pair of pliers and pulls out a tooth. At the table. Because he did that on Parks and Rec.
Holy fuck.
He's like, Ron, you need to go to dentist. He's like, I don't like dentists. Whips it out and everybody's like, no. And he fucking, and he does it. And they're like, oh, come on. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, what is it? Warning label on a jet ski. Never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel level. What the fuck?
It's too dark.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Okay, this is a warning label on a jet ski. Never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel level.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
It's too dark in this little hole. I can't see where the fuel is. Let me light a match.
One shot.
Oh, yeah. May cause drowsiness. Okay, may cause drowsiness. Use care when operating a car. This is on a bottle of dog medication.
You're reading, like, the most bizarre examples. We're meaning, like, every day-to-day things. Like, for example, don't eat kitty litter is on a box of kitty litter.
Well, no shit.
Right. And you're like, yeah, this is a shit moment, don't eat kitty litter. But, like, fucking people do it.
Yeah.
I mean, next thing I was expecting Josh to say is, don't lick your mother.
What?
Yeah. Public service announcement, everybody. Don't lick your mother.
I don't want to go any more into that I was going to go into that.
It's over. We're not talking about it anymore. Anybody else?
It'll be later, Mike, because I'm curious now.
No?
Nope. I'm
later.
Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, just before I leave, incest. That's what I meant.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, fuck me sideways. All
right.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, on a freaking side note, I actually forgot to mention this. I got a raise yesterday. Freaking by 50 cents. So, yeah. And also, I was the one that helped get our fastest drive-through times ever.
Does that mean with that 50-cent raise, you can now afford the Batman credit card?
The what?
The Batman credit card.
The Batman credit card.
I actually have a photo of it saved. I legit have a photo of it saved here. It's on Discord.
Okay.
I want to see it.
Okay, I actually want to see this too because I am so not like I'm so behind on these things. Like
the Batman credit card.
Yeah.
Batman credit card. Oh
what? Oh my god.
Or, as Batman calls it, the Bat card.
The Bat card.
Put it on the Bat card, Robin.
Batman forever.
Yay!
Oh my
such great things.
I need that. So well,
including the video game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I definitely need that simply because like, oh geez, my credit card freaking, like just freaking, I gotta renew it this year. So yeah.
You know what? If you're truly worried about renewing your credit card, don't worry about it, because I have an even bigger fear for you. All right, are you ready for this?
Go.
Okay.
Go.
Yellowstone, the mountain, hasn't erupted. It's a volcano. It hasn't erupted in 640,000 years. I'm just saying. Shit's kind of hitting the fan. You're welcome. Go ahead and sleep on that tonight. And,
Jesus.
Brody, No.
No, please, go ahead. Sleep on it.
Oh, I won't be. I'm drinking tonight because of that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't plan on sleeping tonight either because shit's already hit the fan for me.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
¿Por qué?
Yeah.
I just came back and all I hear is, I don't plan on going to bed.
Oh, frickin' no, Brody was just saying, Yellowstone, like the mountain, is about to erupt at probably any given moment. Hasn't erupted for years.
For 600 years.
Or like something like that.
I said it hasn't even shown signs of erupting for 640,000 years, and we just got into April of 2020, and there's no actual fucking disaster yet. So just saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What you're saying is I should rack up credit card debt now just in case, and not worry about it.
Because your bank won't exist, baby. It'll be swallowed by a giant sea of magma. Cranbrook will become the next Bowser's Castle. I'm calling it now.
I'm okay with that.
Dun 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 dun.
Depends which Bowser's Castle, actually.
Yeah.
We haven't won
Dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
That's how the music in Mario usually goes. It's like they just have that one number that you remember, and the rest of it is like it's a bunch. It's pretty much the same.
Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking funny though. No, but I'm probably in all reality I wouldn't actually do that because what's the likelihood of Yellowstone to erupt anyway? Like
it's fucking nothing.
Not.
Yeah.
If it's going to erupt,
there has been volcanoes that have been dormant for years, hundreds and hundreds of years, and then erupted for no reason.
Yep. But the likelihood
that's
of stuff like that
because
is so...
of wizards. I mean, come on, man, jeez. If
Because of what?
If science can't prove it, it's 100% wizards' fault.
Oh, wizard! I thought you said lizards.
Lizards.
Like, what the fuck is that?
I heard lizards too. Like you weren't the only one. Jesus Christ.
That's why I was like, what? Like, what is that?
I heard wizards.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy that at least.
With the W, yeah. No, just 1,000 tiny little lizards crawl within the cracks of the Earth's surface.
Well, I thought you were gonna say like, the whole conspiracy theorists.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
That's just stupid. When the guy, it's like the guy who predicted the world was gonna end in 2012, but he was dyslexic, and it's actually 2021. Just saying.
Yeah.
Ooh. Everybody got it.
Ooh. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like,
As a guy
oh my
with
god.
dyslexia, I couldn't fucking tell you because it's hard to read about it. But
yeah. Oh fuck no. Oh my god. What are we at for time?
We're almost at an hour.
Less than.
Yeah, almost an hour.
Almost an hour. Jeez. Freaking. And then you work in a bit, eh?
Yeah. Well.
I'm guessing, bro. It happens. So, I mean, shouldn't be bad tonight. It was quiet today when I was working, except like the very couple of people that came through drive-through and then ordered a fuck ton of food. But
he also works at a liquor store instead of a
the currently the only open liquor store in town as of yesterday.
Oh damn!
Really? Yeah. Like, no, actually, I don't think so because
it's the greatest complaint when you work retail. To have somebody walk up to your counter, put the product that they're buying on the counter, and go, "Your prices are higher than the other place." It's like, well, get out. Just take your money, and fuck off and leave. Then what do I look like? I write these fucking prices. I go over there with an eraser and erase them just because you walked in. What do you want me to say? You get a discount because you don't like our prices? What?
Yeah,
what?
someone.
What?
Yeah. So when I used to work at Safeway, someone said that too. They're like, "Man, this is a lot more expensive." There, I was like, "Yep." And I just didn't say anything else the rest of the time. And they kept looking back at me like, "Are you gonna do something about it?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when she's like, "You guys are more expensive than the other places," like, well, all right. And I scanned it, and I fucking said it was $18.65, and she just said that like, "Oh, okay."
Well, it's like, yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
What? Again, what do you want me to do? Well, I'm not the manager.
I can't do anything about it. Yeah.
No, like there's not much you can do about it.
I can
Here, I'll make it $2 more expensive.
Discount that I give my preferred customers, which is still a measly percentage, and you probably get $1 off. Like,
well, no, that's when you go like, just for you, I'm gonna add $2 to it. Let's see what they say.
Again, my response to anybody who says that in my mind is like, then get out. Just don't even buy it. You don't need it. It's alcohol. It's alcohol. You don't need it, right? I had a guy who was a couple cents short, and I don't buy people's alcohol, so I wouldn't sell him his product. He's like, it's only like 5 cents. It's like, I don't have anything on me, dude. Sorry, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Happen.
There was
like, and then he's like, but we need it, and I'm like, you don't need this. It's fucking alcohol.
What you need it? Go seek help.
Go buy a loaf of bread. You need that. Don't fucking come in here and tell me you need this 2 gallons of Okanagan fucking cider. All right, come on. Let's be a little realistic.
Speaking of the other thing as well, there was one guy who came in talking about like, oh, your prices are so much more expensive. I was like, well, why are you buying it here then?
Yeah. What?
And he like just didn't respond.
Yeah. No, pretty much. Like a lot of
people say things like that with the hopes that they get a discount, and it's great. But like, I don't really give a fuck about your problems.
No, I don't either.
Because your money is not my money, and therefore it does. Also, I work at a beer store, so if you're gonna complain about the price of alcohol, just don't drink. I don't know. People have actual addictions, and it sucks. But like, what do you want me to feel sorry for you because you decided to buy alcohol?
See, the only time I ever gave people discounts on stuff, quote unquote, was when stuff wasn't scanning properly. So we always, we need a price check. So I'd call for a price check, and if no one came within about 2 or 3 minutes, I would give it to them for like $2. I don't care what it was $2. Unless, of course, it was like cheaper. And it was very simply the fact that I have 10 other people in that line. I don't, this item that's like $5, all right, it's $2 now. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my line. That's it.
I hate it so much because people, I feel like they just like to complain about certain things.
Well, of course they do. That's how everyone is.
And
people complain simply for the sake of complaining.
But then when it comes to me, it's like I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like well, with Arby's, since it's like naturally more expensive, I've had people like come in and complain that our food's a little more expensive than other places around. Like, okay, like what do you want us to do about it? There's not much we can do about it.
McDonald's.
Like go to McDonald's if you want.
Why are you here then?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, it's like if you want cheaper food, go to McDonald's. If you want food that's a little bit better for you, I'd say stay here.
Somebody walks in and is like, hey, they scan it and they're like, oh, that's on sale. That's acceptable because we have a sign that says it's on sale. So sure, no problem. Let me fix that for you. But if you walk on me like this is too expensive, and it's like, don't buy it.
Yeah.
What else do you what? Do you want a fucking apology? Because the company decided to like what? What's the point? Nobody cares. You're one random person I'll spend 5 minutes talking to.
There was one guy. Where was I working? I think it was Dollar Tree, where we had one guy who only worked there for like a week because he got fired. Who someone said that they were like, "Oh, you don't have this product," and it was like, "Well, we'll go somewhere else then." Or he's just like, "All right, let me write an apology letter to you," and he like handed him like this like fake little like, and he literally just said "fuck off" on it.
Okay, well, see, that's a little much. All right,
honestly, a lot of stores need that sort of shit because it was like,
but there's a difference. People don't fucking walk around all day and get shit on, right?
Well, it was like literally this one. They'd been there for like an hour.
Yeah. And
then they came over and they started like yelling at the guy. It wasn't like, oh hey, we don't have something. It was like, why the fuck don't you guys carry this? Like it was there beforehand.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, fuck off.
The simple answer is we don't. And if you don't like it, I can't help you. Here's corporate.
Well,
fuck off.
Yeah, I know with a lot of stuff like, again, I worked at Dollarama and Dollar Tree. Yeah. Both of them literally get sent stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't have an order form.
7-Eleven's like, we're no longer selling this, and we're like, but it's a higher seller. Like, we don't give a fuck. We're not selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah. It was the worst.
And people are like, you don't sell it anymore? It's like, nope. Company said we didn't want it, so we don't have it.
It was a big issue when I was working at the source because we don't sell like MacBooks or anything. or like if we don't sell certain products, because more often than not, like, yes, we are a sales place, we are trying to, go up to people, ask what they want if they're like looking for anything, and we try to basically fucking sell them as much stuff. I wouldn't say as much stuff as we can, but we try to sell them, solutions or something like that. Yeah, we're essentially like, we're trying to be sort of
You're selling them what they want.
Yeah, or selling them what they want, or if they're coming in looking for like, fucking, like, they don't know what they're looking for or something like that, we'll just try to sell them, alternatives and try to figure out what they're looking for and all that stuff. But more often than not, people will come in and look for a very specific thing, and we'll more often than not have to tell them, hey, we don't actually carry this anymore. We used to carry it, but hey, check out other places or something that might actually have them. So
I would never even say like, oh, we used to. I just like, yeah, we don't have it.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, with us, we have to be nice to the customers. So,
well, no, I just mean because why do they need to know that? Hey, we used to sell this, but now we don't.
Telling somebody that you don't sell something is you being rude. It's just you ending the conversation for the purpose of speed, right?
Yeah, like it's why I don't need to know.
It's not you telling somebody to go fuck themselves. It's basically like, nope, we don't have it. Too bad.
Yeah.
If it was, if I said something like, yeah, we don't have it, go away.
Yeah,
that's rude. If it's like, but they don't need to know. A, they don't need to know that we used to sell it. B, like, I highly doubt they care. Like, who goes into a store and goes, "What do you guys used to sell?"
Yeah,
no.
Well, unfortunately,
yeah. Well, unfortunately, I agree.
I'm sorry.
No, I do. I do too. But
yeah. Well, with working at the source, like when I was there, we had to essentially do that. Like we had to know what to say in, like, if we didn't have something, like we had to know what to say, and we had to do the alternatives of, hey, if we know we don't have that sort of product, direct them to somewhere.
Oh, of course.
Like you want
to be helpful. But I mean, like if someone has, hey, do you guys have this sort of again, like MacBooks? So,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, you guys have MacBooks? Nope, we don't carry those.
Yeah.
But then you go like, here's some other things. You don't go, hey, we used to carry that thing. Do this or stuff like that. That's unnecessary information.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, for the most part, we would just say like, hey, we don't carry the MacBooks. There are like the only place that sells MacBooks, or like other, like I'll direct them to other places or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if I know that it can be ordered online, I'll direct them towards ordering them online, and like, because more often than not, I will have to order things online if they're looking for something extremely specific and they're willing to wait. So, and their online store is surprisingly amazing. So, I'll admit, like, the Source's online store is probably one of the better ones I've used. So, because I had to order quite a lot.
We're gonna have to end it here.
Yeah, we will. Yep. So, because frick.
Yep, we're 5.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta get ready. And freaking I'll be staying here.
Nice 6 hours. I have some stream tomorrow. The start of my schedule starts, and then we're done. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Freaking. Well, anyway, thanks for watching the podcast, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.